When LaMelo Ball entered the NBA, expectations were clear. Not just talent, control, creation, and the ability to run an offense at a high level. Early in his career, those traits were visible. He won Rookie of the Year, averaging around 15.7 points, 6.1 assists, and 5.9 rebounds. The passing stood out immediately. The pace felt different. The creativity was natural. But turning that into consistent impact took time. There were stretches where efficiency dropped. Shot selection became inconsistent. And injuries interrupted his rhythm. Because of that, the conversation changed. Not about what he could do, but how often he could do it at a high level. This season, the shift is more structured. LaMelo is averaging roughly 23 to 25 points, over 8 assists, and around 5 rebounds per game. But the numbers alone don't explain the change. It's how he's operating within possessions. He's using screens with more patience, reading the second defender more clearly, and creating space without forcing difficult shots. Instead of relying on contested attempts, he's generating cleaner looks within the offense. Another noticeable improvement is scoring balance. Earlier, his game leaned heavily on perimeter shooting. Now, there is more variation. He's mixing pull-up threes, drives to the rim, and mid-range decisions when needed. That balance reduces predictability. Defenders can't sit on one option. And over the course of a game, that creates more consistent scoring opportunities. Playmaking has always been his strongest skill, but now it's more efficient. He's still capable of advanced passes, full-court reads, quick transition decisions, and tight window assists. But he's also limiting unnecessary risks. That leads to fewer turnovers and more stable offensive possessions. Right now, LaMelo is playing closer to a controlled version of Trae Young. Not in style, but in role. A guard who controls the offense, creates most of the scoring opportunities, and balances scoring with playmaking. Earlier in his career, LaMelo's game had more risk, quick shots, difficult passes, inconsistent efficiency. Now, similar to how Trae Young developed over time, the game is slowing down for him. Fewer forced plays, better shot selection, more efficient production. Defensively, there are still areas to improve. Consistency remains a concern. Positioning and focus can vary across possessions. However, there are stretches where effort increases, especially within team defensive schemes. This will be an important factor in his overall impact. So, what's actually changing? Not the skill set. That was always there. What's changing is execution. He's managing possessions better, taking more efficient shots, and maintaining offensive structure. That leads to more reliable production. Because becoming what everyone expected is not about one standout performance. It's about consistency over time, reducing mistakes, improving efficiency, and sustaining impact across games. LaMelo Ball is starting to show that progression, not perfectly, but clearly enough to recognize the direction. And in the NBA, that progression is what separates potential from dependable performance.